welcome back. My name is Dee, and this is Dee's Reading Lounge, where I'm sharing my love for reading at my own pace. Welcome to another bookish week in my life. So let me show you what I'm currently reading. I did show this at the end of my vlog last week. Miss Beverly Jenkins. This is actually the second book I have read from her, and y'all, I've got to say that I have really missed out on her writing the last couple of years because I was so turned off by the mass paperback version and also these ugly covers. The pictures themselves of the people on the cover, they're beautiful, but it's just something about it that's just really cringy. And so that has really been the two reasons why I have never wanted to pick up one of her books, because her books, I guess, are not really traditionally, well, I don't know what her publishing deal is, but you really can't get like a regular paperback in a normal size. They come in these mass markets, and I think this was an Avon publisher because it says an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. I know HarperCollins is a major publisher, but it was published for Avon. So I don't know what's up with her books, why you can't really get them in like a normal regular paperback, but it is what it is. But I'm just so upset with myself that I have neglected to pick up one of her books because of those crazy reasons. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the writing. This lady can write, okay? She can write her butt off. I just started this book on the 15th, actually 2 days ago. Today's the 17th. I am off today for President's Day, hallelujah. So I started on the 15th, and I am already over halfway done. I'm on page 208, y'all, and no doubt I'm gonna finish this book today because it's just that good. So good that I went out, and yes, I did. I bought 2 other books in this series. I'm not sure if they're gonna be connected stories, but there are 2 books in this series. I think it's called The Old West or something like that. But we'll see. It may have some characters from this book, because this is book number 1, Forbidden. I didn't even tell you what the name of the book was. It's Forbidden. So I bought those 2, and also I purchased a few more of her books because this is the second book that's a banger. And so I was like, yeah, I have to incorporate more of her books in my reading. So if you have not picked up a Beverly Johnson, I would definitely highly suggest it. I really would. Don't let these ugly mass paperback copies fool you to believing that it's not worth it. It's definitely worth your time, and also the struggle trying to read the book because the book is so tiny. You do have to kind of like open the book up like this to actually read it. So it has been worth every word on the page having to do that. So like I said, today is Monday. I am off today, and I am going to, let's see, I'm on chapter 12. I made it to chapter 12, and I am going to hopefully finish this book in this vlog. Right now, I am watching some YouTube videos on my TV, and I'm just gonna sit here, enjoy my coffee in my bougie mug. Look at my bougie mug. My bougie gold mug, okay? Like, I saw this at Home Goods, and I had to have it. I was on a fast, and coffee is definitely not allowed, but I have kind of like shifted, been shifting back and forth because I'm trying to wean myself off coffee. As much as I love coffee, I don't think I can ever totally give it up, so I have weaned myself just having maybe 2 or 3 cups per week, and I've been drinking more tea. So that's what I'm doing, just gonna have my coffee, the first cup of coffee of the week, and just sit back and enjoy my book. Okay, so today is a relax and chill day, y'all. I'm still in my pajamas, and it's almost 3 o'clock. I had a knock on my door, and I got my Amazon package, so I want to share what came, which these should be the 2 books by Beverly Johnson that I purchased. So here we are. We've got our 2 mass paperbacks. We've got, let's see here, which one is book number 2? Breathless. Okay, so the second book is Breathless by Miss Beverly Jenkins. For some reason, I want to call her Johnson. Jenkins. Beverly Jenkins is her name. So this looks like the same woman that's on the cover of Forbidden, if you can see. She's at an angle in this book, but you can kind of tell that it's the same person. So I don't know if that's a sign or not, whether she has moved on from Mr. Ron, I forgot his last name, but she's with somebody else, but I don't know if that means anything. Anyway, so this is book number 2, Breathless, in the Old West series. I'm really not into series. This will be like my first year actually getting into series, but I don't want to get caught up into reading a whole lot of series because, you know, you have to keep buying the books, and I'm usually a one and done girl. However, I am branching off and just trying something different. And so book number 3 is Tempest, same girl on the cover. So that is Tempest. So I'm not gonna read the back, I'm gonna go into it. Okay, so I just read a little bit of the back of the 2 books, and it did give me a hint that some of the characters that were mentioned in the first book, Forbidden, may be in this book, but they weren't like, so we'll see when we get to it. Like I said, I'm loving Forbidden, and so I'm going to definitely be reading book number 2 next month. So that's definitely going to be on my TBR because I am a Beverly Jenkins stan now.
Later.
Okay, hi y'all. Time got away from me because I was doing all the reading, and I did finish this book, Forbidden by Beverly Jenkins, that I talked about earlier and showed that I was reading earlier. Y'all, this was so good. Like I said, I'm officially, if I have not already said this, a Beverly Jenkins stan, and this has only been my 2nd book. I have already picked up themes that she writes or she has written about in her first 2 books, even though they were different books about different characters. She had some of the same themes going on, and so I can't wait to talk to you guys about this. I might do a separate video, maybe after I have read maybe 5 books, just to like do an author binge or spotlight, because at this point I am wanting to binge all of her books. But yeah, I finished this book, loved it, and I will talk more about it in my February wrap up. So it's the next day, the 18th, on a Tuesday, and I'm actually sitting here. I ordered a sofa about 2 weeks ago, and I scheduled delivery for today. I guess I shouldn't be upset. The part that I'm upset about is that delivery time is like a big window between 8 and 6 o'clock, and so I pretty much have to stay here all day. And as you saw in the other clip, the previous clip, I was in the house, not complaining because I kind of needed that respite time just to relax. I finished a book and did some chores around the house, but pretty much did not really do much else. So I really did enjoy my time off yesterday, just doing nothing, lounging, reading, just relaxing. but I kind of wanted to go out today. And when I looked at the schedule, yeah, I don't know when they're gonna come to deliver my couch. And so I'm stuck here in the house until about 6 o'clock. And so I'm just sitting here watching some YouTube videos, having some tea, a tea latte. I forgot where, oh yeah, I was in Trader Joe's a couple weeks ago, and because I'm, like I said, I mentioned that I'm trying to wean myself off of coffee because I just feel like coffee every day is just not good. So I'm limiting myself to about 2 to 3 cups of coffee a week, usually on the weekends because I work mostly weekends. And having tea during the week. And I've been enjoying that because I saw a recipe at Trader Joe's when I went a couple weeks ago, a tea latte, and I did show that in the clip. So I'm just experimenting with a lot of different teas. I don't drink like regular milk. I use almond milk, that's what I use. I use natural sweeteners, just a little bit to give it a little sweetness to it. So that's what you saw in the previous video. And so I am sitting here going to read The Matter is Life. This is book 3 for the month. I'm proud of myself because I started off this month going into a move that really wasn't expected. I wasn't really expecting to move. It kind of just happened. Well, it didn't happen. I did pray about it at first. I prayed about it. And when I got the answer I was looking for, I moved forward and moved. That first week was like no reading done. I was just trying to pack, kind of, get myself moved. And so I didn't read for the first 9 days. I picked up my first book, which was Lucky, on the, I want to say the 10th, I think. Yeah, the 10th, but I read that pretty quick. It was a pretty quick read too. So this is the third book, J. California Cooper. This is one of the authors that I wanted to get more into her work. So far, I have only read one book. That book was a 5-star. And so since I have nothing but time again today, I am going to sit down and read. So I did start this last night after finishing Forbidden by Beverly Jenkins, and I was reading in bed, and I finished the first story. So far the first story in this book was really relatable. It reminded me of talking to like your grandma from the country, and just she's telling you different things about life, and it was centered about going to a funeral, and the different type of people that you see, what they were wearing, and how you look forward. Well, the person in the story was looking forward. She was in her 90s, I think. Was looking forward to going to the funeral because she got to see, that was a time when she got to see people that she didn't normally see on a regular basis, like family members and things like that. And so, yeah, the name of it was The Big Day. And so she was reminiscing. It was really cute, very like homey, very down to earth. And the language is kind of broken, but I think that's how Miss J. California Cooper presents her stories. I loved it, and so I am going to continue on with the next story. So the next story is called Why to Get Rich. And if I didn't mention, this one is called The Matter is Life. I didn't realize until I picked this up last night, or was reminded that this is a short story collection. That's what I'm doing right now until my sofa gets here. And I'm gonna do a little planning. I'm trying to be really good because this is the first time I have gotten a dated planner. And honestly, I was kind of disappointed when I received this because of the pages. I didn't realize the paper was gonna be so thin, but I'm not about to waste any money. I'm not doing that anymore, especially with planners. I always get a new planner every year. And if I didn't like it, like in past years, I would get something else. But no, I'm just gonna make this one work. It is what it is, but a lot of people didn't talk about how the paper was so thin. I thought it was, thicker paper, but it really isn't. It's kind of flimsy. But I'm making it work, and so I'm gonna do a little planning as well. What's today? Ooh, I wrote on the wrong page. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. So some things that I need to take care of today is I want to film a video. I want to film a sit down video, but I'm not exactly sure what to film, y'all. I just get so, I do try to take like notes in my Google Keep app. Maybe I'll look that up and see what type of video that I can film. I do vlogs, if not weekly, at least every 2 weeks. And I love doing these reading vlogs because it's just so personable, relatable. You get to see, you know, me realistically, what I'm reading, how I'm reading, in a, you know, span of a week usually. But I really want to do a sit down video, but I don't know what to do it on. Maybe I'll do a recommendation video of Black authors and Black stories, memoirs and like fiction stories. I don't know, but we're gonna figure it out. So I was in the middle of reading my book when I got a phone call a little over 10 minutes ago now that my delivery will be here in 10 minutes. So they should be downstairs as we speak. And so I'm ecstatic because now I can kind of plan my day outside because it's 1 o'clock and I still have like the rest of my day. So I'm excited. I'm gonna get my couch in a few minutes. Okay, so I got my couch. As you can see, it's right here. I absolutely love it. I love it. It matches my Chase lounge just perfectly. It's like the perfect complement. I do have to make sure that I buy some upholstery cleaner. I think I'm gonna go out. When I do go out, I'm gonna get that because it is a light color. This one's light too. I've been pretty good with keeping it clean, but the movers did smudge it a little bit. It's got some dirt on it since I did move recently and it wasn't covered up. So I've got to get some upholstery cleaner because I don't want to mess it up. Anyway, the rest of the books that I ordered from Beverly Jenkins came in, so I want to quickly show you those. I'm so excited that I have found an author that I absolutely love. Now, granted, I've only finished 2 of her books, but based on the comments that I got about this author of people that I trust, we have similar tastes. I'm excited because I think I have found an author that I absolutely like want to read all of her books. And I really can't say that has happened since going back on this reading journey. And it's in a genre that I'm not naturally drawn to. That's why I think historical, because it has a historical element in it, that just might be my zhuzh, or my sweet spot. Okay, so let's see here. I did purchase, I think this is a standalone, I hope so, but if it's not, I will eventually get the rest of the books. So this is Rebel by Beverly Jenkins. And so I'm gonna quickly read the back synopsis. Captain Drake LeVake. Now, I think LeVake was mentioned, that last name was mentioned in Forbidden. It was Ron's sister, his long lost sister's husband. So there may be a story there because I've heard while the characters or the books are not all of, well, she has a lot of series, but a lot of the books are spin-offs from characters in previous books. So because I'm not starting off with her first book, I think it was, what is it? Storm? I forgot. Thunderstorm? Winter Storm? Something like that. I'll put it on the screen because I just watched the interview where she talked about it and I did look it up. Because I'm not starting from that book like the very beginning, you know, maybe I should go back and start from the very beginning. I don't know. But anyway, so just so I can keep up with the characters. But already, you know, I'm putting things two and two together from even reading Forbidden, because that last name, Levake, I know that is his sister, one of the characters' main male heroines in stories, sister's husband. So that's Rebel, and I heard this one was a good one too. All right, so then I got, let's see, I think these are all Beverly Jenkins, because I was very intentional. I'm trying to be intentional about how I'm spending my dollars and not being so compulsive, especially when it comes to books, because I did say that I wanted to read more and buy less. It's with a lot of intentionality. If I do buy, with a lot of intentionality. Okay, so the next book is, this is Indigo. So this one I'm excited about because it is in a regular paperback format. So maybe this one, let me see when it was published. This one was a earlier one, okay? Probably in the 2000s if I'm not mistaken, or maybe her second book. So it says 1996, and she wrote her first book in 94, was published in 94. 96, and then maybe it was released in 2000. So I believe this one was her second book, if I'm not mistaken, because it does say 1996. And so the cover, maybe that's the cover is different. It's gorgeous. Such a simple but gorgeous cover, blue and purple, and a lot of people love this one. Now I am going to get Topaz, because when I was watching an interview on YouTube last night, she recommended that viewers who had never read from her, even though you know, I've read 2 books at this point, she recommended Topaz. I forgot the reason why she gave, but anyway, regardless of where I start, I know I'm going to love her books because yeah. Anyway, so I've got one last package, and so I'm just gonna say this, even though I probably will read all of her books, and she does have an extensive catalog, so I do want to read all of them eventually, but I'm definitely gonna do it over the span of a couple of years, because she may be a favorite author, and you know, I don't want to run out of, even though it's a lot of books. Anyway, I'm gonna take my time with them. So this is a mass paperback. And I'm so disappointed because it's been, look, I might have to take this one back, because if I'm spending my coins on Amazon, which I try not to do, but yeah, I want the book to be perfect. I want the book to be perfect, y'all. So this one is called Deadly Sexy, and I think this was turned into a Prime movie. So I do have Prime on my TV. And so I may, I don't want to spoil it for myself. So I'm not going to watch it just yet. I may watch the movie after I read this book eventually. That's what I think I'm going to do. But in the meantime, I'm going to be sending this one right on back to Amazon, because yeah, we don't play like that with our books. Yeah, I know it's only minor, but still. I mean, it's already a mass paperback, so I can't afford for the mass paperback to be messed up. You know what I mean? Because it's already a small, compact book format. So yeah, we're not playing those games, Amazon. Beverly Jenkins writes mostly historical, but also she's got a few contemporary. This one sounds like a contemporary one. Also, I wanted to make note that Shonda Rhimes made a little blurb on this book. So it says, if you haven't yet gotten your hands on this author's work, you should do so immediately. Don't let these covers scare you off, because I know they are cheesy. You know, the mass paperbacks are not aesthetically pleasing, but you got to realize that back in the day, she probably had to go with a lot of publishers that weren't really, had a big name, and so this is what they were all doing, mass paperbacks back in the day. I don't know if that's the real reason, but I don't know, that's just my theory. So those are the other 3 books that I got. These are all standalones, but connected, because like I said, at least this one I know may have a family name that I recognize. Y'all, I found my author. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And it's in a genre that I never would have thought that I would be liking romance, but it's historical romance. I think that might be my thing. Even though I have not read a whole lot of contemporary romance, because I like history in general, that history element weaved into a romantic story just, ooh, yes, I think that is just my jam, y'all. That's my jam. So I cannot wait to read these books. Yep. Hey, y'all, so it's the same day and we got a little snow here. So it's not very crowded at the library today. And I did get a notification from the new library that I tried to show you guys last week in last week's vlog, but it was just too many people to do that. And so I did get a notification letting me know that the book that I had on hold was now ready to pick up. And so the new library is all glass, pretty much all glass windows, so I can see right through the first and second floor, and the parking lot does not seem to be crowded. There's still a good amount of people here, but hopefully I can show you guys the library. So I was successful at giving you a tour of my library in my local area, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's not only plenty of seats, everything is brand new. I love the windows. It's overlooking certain areas of the building. The second floor, the adult area, is overlooking a pond. This is an area that I do frequent, or I used to frequent a lot. It's really, really nice. It's got plenty of computers, plenty of like study rooms, seats. It's just really, really nice. Even a designated place for tutors to tutor their students. It's so gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. So I can't wait. I can't wait to just go there one day and just sit and do some work, because it seems very peaceful, relaxing. It's very spacious, And one thing that's good is that they have the children's section separated from the adult section, which, you know, nothing against kids, but when I'm trying to study and stuff like that, listening to a baby cry can, you know, be a little annoying. let's be honest, can be a little annoying. So I'm glad that they have their own separate area to spread out, do whatever they want to do. Anyway, so I ended the tour by checking out my book. This is What You Leave Behind by Wanda M. Morris. And so let's read what this book is all about. So it says, Dina Wood's life has fallen apart in the aftermath of losing her beloved mother, her marriage, and her prestigious job at an Atlanta law firm. She needs what the Geechee people of coastal Georgia call a day clean, a fresh start. She returns to her childhood home in Brunswick, Georgia to heal, to make peace with her grief. She often drives through the county where she crosses paths with a widower who is fighting to keep the oceanfront land that has been in his family since the end of the Civil War. He threatens her and warns her never to come back, but shortly after, he disappears and his very expensive property is quickly put up for sale. Curious Dina digs into the disappearance and finds a family legacy at risk. What starts out as a bit of curious snooping turns into the unraveling of a deadly game of illegal land grabs and property redevelopment in poor rural communities. Dina needs help and soon finds it in a close but unlikely source as she tries to stop the sinister forces at work after she becomes its next target. So this sounds like a literary fiction slash thriller. This is currently going on like in South Carolina and different parts of the United States where blacks inherited land from their ancestors, and it has been kept in the family and passed down. I actually have a friend, she's part of the Geechee culture in South Carolina, and they have a substantial amount of land as well. But what's happening is, and you can look up documentaries on YouTube about it, these developers are coming in trying to steal illegal, it might be legal, but it's not morally legal manner of stealing poor black people's property. So the fact that that was turned into a book makes me intrigued to read it. I don't think this is historical. No, I don't think this is historical. I think this is contemporary, like literary fiction. So I can't wait to read this one. And I almost forgot about this one. I actually checked it out on audiobook too, but it's not available. So this is going to be part of March's read. I've been just checking out library books and not been able to get to them, but I really do want to read that one. And it seems like it may be a popular one, so I need to read it quick so I can let other people have their turn reading the book. Anyway, so this is going to be the end of this vlog. I know it was a long one. Thank you so much. If you made it to the end, leave me a heart emoji to let me know that you made it to the end. I do appreciate you watching all of my videos, and thank you so much to my older and newer subscribers who have subscribed to my channel. I do see you here, and I do appreciate you greatly, and I hope my content is bringing some type of escapism, joy to your life in some way. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.